If you've ever felt like performance in the gym or on the field isn't matching your effort, your diet might be the missing link. A recent study published in Frontiers in Nutrition looked at how nutritional status directly impacts physical fitness levels, and we're going to talk about that today. From Wits and Weights, I'm Philip Pape, and this is Nutrition Science Daily, bringing you the latest in nutrition, fat loss, and health science, all in under 5 minutes. Now, we know that food is fuel, but how directly does what you eat impact your ability to build muscle, perform, and recover? Well, the study in question looked at a group of both men and women and found a strong relationship between nutrient intake and physical capabilities. Not a huge surprise, but it's really good to understand the details and nuances. In short, poor nutrition led to lower strength and endurance, whereas balanced macronutrients and adequate calories, remember that, adequate calories led to better performance and recovery. But the specifics are where it gets interesting. So some key findings from the study. The first one is not a surprise, but higher protein intake correlated with better strength. Subjects who ate enough protein, which is at least 1.6 grams per kilograms of body weight, which is like 0.7 grams per pound, had greater muscle strength and endurance compared to those who didn't. And it confirms what we already know. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders, right? It's great for everyone who wants to perform at their best. And of course, you should be lifting weights. Number 2, carb intake played a major role in endurance. People who skimped on carbs, like trying to eat low carb or keto, performed worse in endurance tests than those who ate moderate to high amounts of carbs, because carbs fuel movement, especially high intensity work, and it's key to performance. Carbs also, however, fuel your lifting performance, your glycolytic performance in the gym for those of us who lift weights, which tend to have a high intensity component to them, even if we don't think of them as an endurance form of movement. So it's really important for all of us who are trying to pursue athletic endeavors. And number 3, calorie deficits led to reduced performance. Again, no surprise for me and folks who follow this show and Wits and Weights, but a lot of people are under eating regardless. A lot of people are constantly trying to diet when it's not right for them in the moment. There is a time and place for a very targeted, precise fat loss phase that is done right. But most people are eating too few calories, and then their ability to train hard, to recover, to sustain any form of intensity will take a serious hit, according to the study and according to copious evidence thus far. And again, that's one of the biggest mistakes people make even when they are dieting, is probably cutting calories too aggressively, and then they tank performance, and then they're not able to hold on to as much muscle mass. All of that is super important. So if you want to get stronger, faster, you want to build muscle while staying lean, here's what you got to do. First, don't undereat. Don't cut so many calories and kill your strength and recovery. Even during fat loss, while you're in a calorie deficit, you've got to do it at the right rate of loss, the right moderate level of a deficit. Number 2 is to eat enough protein, at least 0.7 gram per pound of body weight, up to maybe 1 for optimal performance. Number 3, don't fear carbs ever. They're critical to fuel hard training to improve your recovery and performance, and then always balance your intake to your goals. If you're training hard and you're not seeing progress, your diet is probably a big reason why, other than sleep and stress, and you may need to stop cutting so hard, and you may need to up your protein and have a more performance-friendly approach. So your performance is only as good as what you put in your body through your mouth. You can't out-train a poor diet, as you've heard before. If you're under-fueling, your results are just going to suffer. And if you want some help with this, again, you can join our free Wits and Weights Facebook group. I've been talking about that this week because I think it's a fantastic starting point to start getting results and connecting with other people who are trying to optimize their nutrition, their performance, their strength. The people in Wits and Weights truly get what we talk about on this show, and will embrace you with open arms and really help you start making some progress. So that is it for this week on Nutrition Science Daily. We are a young podcast really trying to grow, and the best way you can do that is with you sharing the podcast with other people. Share it on your story and tag me. Send it by DM, by email, text it to a friend. Whatever you can do to get the word out, I would be so appreciative and so grateful. The extra, more stylish step you can do is give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts, and I'll be happy to read your review on the show and give you a shout out. All right, hit follow and catch next week's episode on Monday. Until then, have a great weekend, and and keep lifting.